Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. This is Ashley Ross from Podcast Studio at 210, destined to be great. I decided to go live today for Mother's Day. My mother, if those that know me currently, my mother is in the hospital recovering. But we want to do a shout out for Mother's Day to all the mothers, stepmothers, adopted mothers, godmothers, all the mothers that's lost children. We just want to say that we love you and that we appreciate you. We are so excited. Today is a wonderful day. We have Miss KG on the line with us today, and we are going to be presenting her Mother's Day music video today. I'm so excited, y'all. If y'all know as well, I enjoyed the song by itself. Okay. So we know this music video is finna touch all kinds of hearts. So we're gonna try not to cry today, but at the same time we're gonna enjoy what Miss KG has to say, why she did this video, and just get more information from Miss KG. And we're gonna show it to you where you'll be able to see it on. It's already on YouTube, y'all. It's already on YouTube. So if you want to send this to your mother, just to let her know that you love her. This will be the perfect gift to send. So I'm gonna let Miss KG say hello and introduce herself.
Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Happy Mother's Day to every mother around the nation, around the world that's listening. As Miss Ashley said earlier, whatever type of mother that you are, we love you for being you. Um, Today is definitely um, for at least 85% of the world a difficult day because most of us are missing that particular jewel in our lives, um, which is part of the reason why I wrote the song that I wrote. I lost my mother when I was 14 years old. Um, I am the youngest of three, and I and not to take up too much time, but I often sit and I wonder how life would have been if mom had been here, just to watch me grow up, just to hear her, to get her advice, to have an argument with her, just to, not in a disrespectful way, but to hear her say, no, girl, don't wear that, or, you know, whatever, at 16 when I was feeling myself to say, no, girl, you're not grown, or, anything, those moments, if that makes sense, to hear her say, oh, my baby's 21, oh, my baby's 25, Lord, my baby turned 30, or even now, wow, look, my baby is almost 40 and she's working her career, just to hear her say any of those things, just to sit with her for a while, to talk to her, to ask her, okay, now mama, what do I do now? My back is against the wall, or which way do I go from here? I prayed about it. I talked to God about it. Now, what do I do? Like, it's just so many things that run through my mind, and um, I had to just put it on paper, and just release it into words, and just let it go into the atmosphere in all hopes that spirit to spirit that she hears, and that she is listening. And I hope that this song is an encouragement to others. The same thing. If your mother's gone, or whoever may have raised you, or however that closeness. Even if it's a child, even if it's the opposite. It may be a father. However, we miss that connection point sometimes, and we're not able to vent about it. We're not able to talk about it. But you just find that space in your heart, in your mind, and just let them know, hey, I miss you. I'm trying. And if you're listening, hey, I can use your help right now. You know what I mean? So um, that's just my viewpoint of how the song came about. And so, Mother's Day was born, and so I really hope that it is a help to those that are going through at this point, and in our hopes that it helps with the grief and loss point in people's lives.
All right, all right. Well, we are very appreciative for you to even have thought of others at this time that needs that help, that needs something that helps them get over that emotional hurdle of today. Mothers are very important in people's lives. I'm grateful, as well as I know as other people, to even have known my mother or any motherly figure that I've had in my life is one of the main reasons why I am who I am today. And people don't realize how important that is, but we are just happy to be here today. We're happy to have known, we're happy to have been involved and been raised by any type of motherly figure. And we just, today is a day of appreciation because we appreciate the journey. I'm a mother myself, and when I say it's a challenge, it's a challenge, baby. But it's very rewarding, and I completely understand what they were talking about when they say being a mother. Being a mother is not a joke. It's not a game. You can't just have these kids and not think it's gonna be some work. You gotta put some things to the side and be there for them because, like I tell others, you raising little people, okay? And they gonna have their own personality. I can promise you that. My sister was telling me the other day. She was like, "Yeah, my daughter, Navaya." She said, "Yeah, she remind me so much of you when you was little." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Because my daughter a wild one, okay? She a Virgo, all right. And this one right here, when I say when they say personality, boy, I wasn't ready. I thought God was trying to be funny.
My,
But like I tell others, they keep my blood boiling. So I'm absolutely appreciative. I have a son also. He a Aries girl. When I say these two personalities keep me going, they keep me going. And that's one thing I'm so appreciative about being a mother for is them two. Boy, if I wouldn't fight for them most of the time, who would I be fighting for? Right. So, well, besides my mother, and I'm learning to fight for myself. And I think that's one thing about being a mother nowadays. It's hard for us to fight for ourselves because we have so many other people we have to that depend on us, and it's not as easy as people want to make it seem. Well, you can just do this and you can just do that. No, it's not really that easy. Being a mother is emotional, and as strong as we have to front, and I'm gonna say front, cause girl, when I say most of us is front,
I believe it.
come on, man. As much as we front, being strong, them days where we just in the house, and even not just being a mother, being a woman in general. I know we all going through some hard times right now, and I do want you to express some words to the women that are not mothers that will want to be mothers and how you feel about what they can do in times like this.
Um, so because I'm personally not a biological mother myself, I have a goddaughter that's about to be 4, and Lord Jesus, she's something else. I have a godson that's 19, and he's something else. But there's times that I wonder, I sit and I wonder, because I am getting old, and it's like I have my moments where I have baby people. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I see the little ones, and I'm like, oh, it's so cute. And then I look because they grow from the, oh, it's so cute to I'm gonna do what I want, yoking their neck and talking back, you know.
You right.
but but no, I really believe that, like you said, being a mother, there's a joy there, and I believe just being a woman, that is what we are designed to do at some point. Now, of course, every woman may not be able to be a mom, you know, due to whatever reason. It may be something medical, it may, you know, for whatever reason, we may not be able to have children. Um, just some of us may not be ready. Like to, I say I haven't become a mother myself because my mama wasn't here. And I feel like if mama had been here, I might have been a mom by now because I would have had her to walk and talk me through some things, you know, and that would have been Granny's baby. You know, that's what just flat out. That baby would have been with my mama, you
Them
know,
granny
all the time.
babies, honey. Yeah.
And so, I mean, that's just, but to the women, you know, like myself that don't have any children, I mean, for whatever reason they're out of your waiting room or just whatever the case shall be, they just keep holding on. You know, if it's meant for us to become mothers, you know, biologically, then it'll happen. You know, God will see fit. He'll, he'll provide. He'll make sure that the things that we need, you know, because like you were saying, being a mom is not easy. But I also see that, okay, just like my mom, for example, my mother was a single parent. Now, when I was born, she was married, her and my father were married. But of course, life hit, you know, and they went through a divorce. But when I tell you that I watched my mom, and I'm not saying she was no saint or nothing like that, but when I tell you she was the epitome of God's woman, I never saw my mom give in, give out, sell out, none of that. My mom made it happen. After you hear me, like she was disabled, um, but she also played the organ and stuff for children with the churches. She was a preacher, a singer. She made it happen. We never went without nothing. The lights we never got cut off. We never got put out over there. And I think one shot this God made a way for this woman to do it on her own. You know what I'm saying? With a little bit of nothing. And raising me like my brothers, they were already grown. And I mean, I don't know if it was me and her, but still, like you raising a teenage girl, like with a little bit of nothing. And that's encouragement right there for me, like to see that. I don't want to go because I don't want nobody to, no women to feel no type of way. But all I'm gonna say is this: a woman can stand on her own two feet and make it happen.
Come on
You
now.
know, if that's the position that you were in, you can stand on your own two feet, make it happen. If you got kids and the other party ain't doing what they're supposed to do, God will provide. He'll make it happen. He'll help you to help yourself to make it happen, to make them kids comfortable and do what you got to do as a parent.
Absolutely, absolutely. I completely. I'm gonna say I'm in that boat, but we can do it, and it's all about strength. I know nowadays we don't have community that really
Well,
backs mothers like we used to, but God made it to where we can make it on our own until we can have a better tomorrow. And
careful.
my thing is, as long as these babies got a roof over their head and food to eat,
Mm-hmm.
I'm all right. Because again, at the end of the day, they're still little people, and it's as much. You know, my thing about being a mother. You were saying that you know you wish your mom was here to help guide you with being a teenager, being able to go through those emotional struggles of growing up. Cause whoo, if it wasn't Mama, I I I thank you so much because even as teenagers and teenage girls at that, it's so much that we go through that we need guidance on. But because we hard headed, and I'm speaking for myself. As a teenage young lady, I was hard headed. Baby, you couldn't tell me nothing because there's I don't know if there's a switch that goes off in us when we become teenagers that says baby, I already know everything. I already know what's going on, and I'm gonna do it my way because I feel like my way is better, even though I ain't been here long enough to know how to do nothing. But I feel like I already know, and that's when it becomes this big tug of war between the mom and the daughter, because
Mm-hmm.
daughter already thinks she know everything. Mama done been there and done that, and it's hard to allow mom to guide us. You know what I'm saying? Where we need to be, and my daughter is reaching that point to where she does not like she does not like when I instruct her to do certain things. Like it's automatic attitude. Okay? It's automatic. Mom, stop it. It's and I don't I tell them I don't know. It's you want to go around that teenage stage and just get to the point to where she understands. But sometimes it takes like a dramatic event. And I hate for it to be that way. But sometimes it takes that one dramatic event where all you what clicks and says, Mama told me this was gonna happen. And as soon as it happened, it's like, dang, I wish I had listened to my mom. And then everything goes uphill from there. Because
Right.
then your eyes are open and you start to realize, dang, mama said this was gonna happen. Mama said this was gonna happen. And and I believe that is a very important development in the child's life when they're with their mom. Because once that thing finally click, oh yeah, then life start getting better. Then well, I'm not gonna say life start getting better. You start maneuvering different. You're not so reckless. You're not thinking this gonna work out and it don't work out. You know what I'm saying? My mother warned me of a lot of things, but she never. What I love about my mom is she never pressured me. I'm gonna say it like that. She was
Mm-hmm.
protective, but she never pressured me. She was big on you gonna learn for yourself. Said, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell
Right.
you what you need to do, but you gonna learn for yourself.
Yeah.
And once I started learning, and like I said, once that light bulb started going off, finally, I would say finally because I was still not listening for a little bit. But when that light bulb finally click on, and all them puzzle pieces start coming together, yeah, it really teaches you how to distinguish your friend from your enemy.
Right.
Man, say. But we're gonna get ready to present Mother's Day, this Mother's Day video. And again, we want to dedicate this to all the mothers that are watching out there on Facebook. Even though you're supposed to be spending time with your family, you probably on Facebook right now or YouTube or something. So we're gonna get on you later. But we want to present this Mother's Day video to you. The people, the mothers that's out there, the mother figures, the ones that just love children in general. Because I'm gonna say this, my sister, she isn't the mother, but when I tell you she'll take care of some kids, we want to dedicate this to you too, Crystal. We love you. And
Oh
all the
yeah.
aunties, all the cousins that are mothers to those family members that's lost mothers and just that are just grieving, that are in need. Y'all have been there for us, and we love you. And we just want to
Yeah.
let you know that we love you. So we're gonna play this Mother's Day video. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I know it's gonna be good. Like I said, I love the song, and I
Me
really
too.
want you to follow Miss KG. I will link all her information on the website and on the page, so you can contact her. Because when I say I want to hear her live, also, oh man, I've heard her live on the show, but y'all have to hear her live, okay? Woo! You try to keep from crying, okay? I'm trying not to cry now.
I'm done.
It is so beautiful, but we're finna play. Let me go ahead and get up here. All right, we're finna to play the music video, and I'm again so excited uh, for Miss KG, and let's y'all enjoy this beautiful video.
This has to be the hardest song that I've ever written. But mama, you deserve this. So this song is just for you. I love you. Since the day you went away, so many things have really changed. This whole world just ain't the same. I wouldn't want you in pain anyway. But oh lady, let me tell you the truth about how much I really miss you. For another chance to talk to you and tell you how much I need you. Mama, if you're listening now, Mama, please show me how to be the best woman I can be. Help me understand and do the best I can. You always told me to trust in God and let Him lead the way. But I admit I did my own thing. Lord knows I went astray. But now my life is in his hands, and I can see his holy plan. So I know that I will see you again. But lady, until then, mama, if you're listening now, mama, please show me how to be the best woman I can be. Help me understand and do the best I can. Mama, mama, please, mama, mama, I miss you so much. But this is for you. Happy Mother's Day.
Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love it so much. That just, woo, mm, it sent chills. It sent chills. I'm sitting here trying not to cry, but oh, mm. Give us some more information of why you chose that scenery and what was it that was going through your mind as you was making this video.
Hang on, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last part you said. I'm sorry.
Oh, tell us what was going through your mind as you was making that video. What made you choose that scenery and just what was it that came over you that made you do the video the way you did?
Oh boy. So I'm sorry. I even sitting here now. It's very surreal for me. Even ooh, just seeing myself on a professional music video. I'm sorry.
No, take your time. Take your time.
Um, I actually wrote the song. I'm at work now. I wrote the song in this very spot where I'm sitting right now at work.
Mhm.
And I want to say I wrote the song right before Christmas, maybe. Anyway, my mom has been with me every step of the way with writing it. But as far as the video, I chose that particular scenery because I grew up in the country before I moved up here, and my mom was a country girl and everything, and I wanted initially I would have loved to go home to Edna, Texas, which is where I'm originally from, to shoot the video. There was so many things, that I wanted to do concerning the video and stuff, but time and this and that, blah blah blah, didn't permit. However, when I was thinking about it, one thing that I always wanted to do after mom passed, I wanted to always be able to sit on a park bench and talk to her.
Mm.
And so I love the water very, very much. The water is very calming. There's healing in water. There's just a bunch of factors that go along with it. So that was the first thing with the video, and I was sitting there with the first take, and I was listening to the song before we even started shooting, and the wind began to blow, and it was very gloomy, kind of like it is today. And I just began to talk to my mom, and I asked her, I said, "Mom, is this what you desire?" I'm like, "Are you okay with it?" And I promised, when I asked her that, I felt what felt like a hand just touched my hair. Like it was weird. Like it felt like somebody's hand just went through my hair. And when I was a little girl, my mom always pulling her hand through my hair. And so that was my first time. I'm like, okay, so we good. So we started to shoot. And every time I would shoot a different set, as many times I wrote the song. I wrote the song word for word, and every time I sing it, every time I listen to it, I can't help but cry. And I broke down, and I thought that my videographer, shout out to Cody Robertson, Coco Rose, as y'all see, and Danielle Shaw. That's my video production team. But I was like, well, I'm sorry, guys. Do we need to start over? But they were like, they wanted to capture every moment of that, you know. And I don't know. Actually, this was just it was something that at first I'm like, oh my god, I'm embarrassing myself because this is so personal. But then by the same token, I needed the world to see the hole that was left in a little girl's heart. Because the actual story, and I'm just keep it brief. The morning my mom died, I was on my way to band camp, and like I told you, it was just me and her at home. And I'm such a mama's girl to where I flipped in the bed. My mama had a big old king size California king. I had my own room, but I'm mama's baby, so I slept in the bed with my mama. So I was getting up to get ready to go. I took my bath and stuff and to go to bed camp. And I jumped up out the bed because I was running late. Now, the morning, the day before, God had already showed me a vision of him taking her from me, and I ignored it. Mm. Some people don't believe in visions. I do. Mm-hmm. I believe that God deals in visions and dreams. That was the first time I ever had a real life vision. I was wide awake, sitting in the front yard, and I saw the vision of my mother's funeral. Okay, that's another story for another time. That night, before I went to bed, I was laying next to mom, and that entire day she had been very tired and sluggish, and just kind of sleeping on and off, and she spent a lot of time in prayer, and she was just different the whole day, right? So when I got ready to go to bed that night, I asked her, did she need anything else? And she told me no. And my mom was supposed to sleep with her oxygen machine on. And I begged my mom, I said, Mom, please put your oxygen on before you go to bed. She said, baby, mama don't need the oxygen tonight. And I wasn't going to argue with my mom. Mm-mm. So I laid down, and I said, I love you, mom. And she turned over and she wrapped her arms around me. Now, mind you, the whole day, she wasn't really moving like that. She wasn't feeling good. She found her strength, and she turned over and she wrapped her arms around me, and she said, baby, mama loves you too. And she just held on to me. And I'm like, okay, mama, dang, Like, I didn't know she was being, but I didn't know she was saying goodbye. That next morning, actually, I woke up, and I was in such a hurry, like I said, to go where I was going. I wasn't paying no attention. And I heard God say, turn around. And my mom was a very light sleeper. Mm-hmm. So you can barely make a noise and she was going to open her eyes. Yeah. And God said, turn around. And turned around, and my mama wasn't waking up. Mm. And I kept calling. I said, Mama, wake up. She wouldn't wake up. And, I touched her. She was still warm. The Lord said I had to take her. And so this song I wrote, this video, I needed for y'all to see. I needed y'all to see the pain of a child that lost her mom, her best friend. They're just trying to figure a way through life. And then if you're out there and you're going through it, you can make it. You can make it. You can make it. And if you got your mama and you're not treating her right, you better get yourself together.
Come on now.
You better get yourself together and do it quickly. Because once your mom is gone, there's no turning back.
That's right. That's right.
There's no turning back.
Well, we are so appreciative to have had you on today, and we really enjoyed that video. Like I said, it touches your heart, and it does make you appreciate the love that you have for your mom. It makes you appreciate that figure that was in your life and still is, if they are still doing. It really does make you think that all you want to do is make them proud and let them know that they work it wasn't to a fault. Our mothers are our mothers, regardless whether they're perfect or not. They brought us into this world to help us change the world, and now it's our turn. And let's show them that we can make it. They made us strong for a reason. They, as much as children, we yell that we didn't ask to be here. We don't realize how big of a blessing it is to have that person, that guidance, that love, that person that's gonna get on us when we know we ain't doing what we supposed to be doing. I always say when we know better. It's a love that is not easily given from others. It's almost a love that we continue to search for within ourselves. Our mothers gave us that love that we can start loving ourselves. And we gonna do that. It ain't over yet. And when it's time to see them again, we all gonna celebrate. So we finna get ready to end the show. I will have the link to her music video. And we just want to thank you again, Miss KG, for coming on today and sharing that beautiful gift. And I want to let you have the last words, and then we're going to end our show.
Um, Thank you so much for having me. I didn't mean to fall apart and like that.
No, you good. That's what we need. There's somebody right now that needs that.
I very rarely share the story of my mother's transition, you know, from labor to reward, and how it felt and how it's been effective, you know, and then even the time those teenage years, like you were saying, not even getting into that because that's a whole nother story of how I spent 4 years of complete of silence, you know, teenage years of silence, self-esteem issues and things like that. But that's a whole nother segment for another time. Um, but thank you for having me, and I pray God's blessings upon your mother, her healing, speedy recovery.
Thank you so much.
To you as a mother, you know, that God continues to strengthen you and to guide you and lead you into all the other mothers out there. Whether y'all are doing it by yourself or whether you have that, whether the help is at home or the village is behind you or not, God got you. God got you. You ain't got to give up. You ain't got to give in. You ain't got to do none of that. God got you, man. He got you in his hands. You know, just turn it over to him. He can work it out. You know, he is our mother and our father. There's a scripture that says, "When my mother and my father have forsaken me, then will the Lord, He will lift me up." You know, so just keep that in mind that when you're feeling lonely, that's what I walk on. Whenever I'm feeling by myself and feeling lonely, just Lord, just hold my hand and lift me up and just keep me day by day.
That's right. That's right. We thank you so much again. We thank y'all for tuning in to Podcast Studio at 210, destined to be great. Again, thank you, Miss KG. We will have all her contact information linked on my page, Ashley Rosette. So if you can go follow her, I will tag her. And we just thank you again and happy Mother's Day to all those that are listening. Thank you for the comments and shares. And continue to tune in to Podcast Studio at 210, where we are here for you. All right. Y'all have a good day.